Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot Your Love Story for the month of November 2019. And this is for you coming from Leo. First, let me give you my email address, which is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com. Now, the first card that I pull will have to do with your first 15 days of November. And this is going to be for you coming from Leo. This is a card that says that things can go from bad to worse, which means that unexpected problems can be seen for you in Leo. And this card is talking about finding a new romance or having already have a romance in the first 15 days of November. So your romance area is going to be very touchy, sudden and unexpected problems coming from nowhere. Try to take the soft approach in speech and action. Don't show your temper, don't be rebellious. Try to just be playing safe in the first 15 days of November. If you find a new romance, don't rush into it. If you have an ongoing romance, treat it very kindly. If you are married, treat the family and treat the marriage partner with a lot of respect, or things may just turn against you in the first 15 days of November. Now, what about marriage? Let's see what this card says before marriage. Two of swords, and the swords are crossed. So differences of opinion is what I'm worried about. So if you are married, you tell yourself that differences of opinion can get out of hand very, very quickly. And the last thing you want to do is to then get at each other. And that would be extremely unlucky for you. So in the first 15 days, do not want to be explosive or provocative, and you'll be able to control the situation much, much better. Now, the last 15 days of November regarding your romance for you coming from Leo. Let's see what the card says for you. Now, this is a very good card. There's so much peace in this card. So your last 15 days, where the new romance, the ongoing romance, or anything of a love nature is going to be extremely lucky for you in the last 15 days. And it says your aura will be very powerful and you will be very found to be very attractive. So dress well, look good. Go out with the materialness, with the material sense that you want to attract a new romance, or go out with your ongoing romance to make the romance very happy. It's all very possible to keep you going very nicely in the last 15 days. What about marriage and family? Let's see what the card will say. Well, marriage and family is not so peaceful. It says, be careful, the situation is not very cohesive in the sense that it can fall apart. So the last thing you want to do in the last 15 days is to antagonize your marriage partner. And I might even say if it's a romance. So your marriage partner needs to be handled very, very carefully. And your ongoing romance has to be handled very, very, very carefully. And if you meet a new romance, then sparks can fly as well. Regarding the marriage and this card, I would say that try not to bring up issues, although they may be having to be brought up last 15 days. Leave these issues alone. Let the peace remain quietly, and you'll be able to control the situation much, much better. Because this last 15 days for you can be very troublesome. Now let's talk of your lucky ages. Let's talk of your lucky ages. And for you coming from Leo, this card that I pulled. Well, from this card, I will say that the ages of 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, or 81. If you're of these ages, you're going to be very lucky in the arena of love where romance or marriage is concerned. So you're the lucky one. We're going to have it very good, whether finding a new one, promoting the one that you have to the sense of being married, or keeping your marriage partner very, very happy. Now, what about a caution? This card will show which ages have to be very cautious. And from this card, I'm going to say that if you happen to be the ages of 23 or 32 or 41 or 50 or 59 or 68 or 77, then you need to be very careful, especially what you say. The area of communication from this card shows explosiveness. So body language also has to be very polite, and the words you use have to be very polite, or trouble will come for you if you're of these ages. Now, what about colors? So let's see what colors are going to be best for you. It's the card of Mars, so I'm going to say red. Wear plenty of red, and you're going to be one very lucky person in the month of November, whether romance, whether marriage, and everything you say and you do. And now attachment. And who might you find a lucky attachment to? And for me, this person is going to come from Sagittarius. So somebody from Sagittarius very interested in you for a romance, or you might be very interested in somebody in Sagittarius. Or if your romance partner that you have maybe in Sagittarius, or your marriage partner in Sagittarius, that would be a real bonus for you as well. So Sagittarius seems to be playing a very prominent, good part to promote the love story for you. All right, now for you coming from Leo, about your direction energy. And let's see what that's going to be, direction energy. And from this card, well, it's a card of Mars with the sign of Mars. So I'm going to say face south. Face south, and you will be facing the energies of Mars, which will be very good for you. And it will promote you with all sorts of harmony and give you that aura which will attract, or others will find you very attractive. So face south and you become very lucky. And now for you from Leo, I'm going to talk about whether AM or PM should be good for you. I'm going to say AM. AM, that means from midnight to 12 noon would be the lucky time to make your contact or show your love or somehow meet the people that you want in the area of the love arena. Well, that's what I have to tell you. I have a 90-minute session, and during these 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about your next 8 or 9 years based on your date of birth, time of birth, and looking at your palms. And this will have to do with all areas of your life, your business, your finance, your job areas. And I will talk to you about, of course, your love story as well, the family, the business, and the love story. And I will give you a lot of information, your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, your lucky directions. And I will show you how to create your personal lucky lottery numbers. Yes, you will be able to do it after my teaching you. And I'll show you how to reach that supernatural energy that you have within you, that I have, that everybody has. It's a question of how to connect. Once you do that, you'll have that wonderfulness about you, which you'll be made very special, better than the rest. And so for your next 8 or 9 years, I will be able to map it for you based on your date of birth, time of birth, and especially looking at your palms, which are very special. They are all yours, your palms. Nobody else can have. So send me that email address, AndyHoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com. And I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Until then, thank you and goodbye.